I believe we are live.
Hi.
Welcome to Just Massage Therapist podcast, where we are just massage therapists. These are just our opinions, and we're just gonna get started. uh, I think we might have found the actual beginning, because I know before I was trying a bunch of different things and they all kind of sucked. I think that was the actual beginning. What do you think?
It worked. I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna try and remember that one. Uh, As always, if you are joining us on Twitch or on YouTube, we'll be able to see your comments right in the chat. And then if you're joining us on Instagram, which I need to go press the go live button on, go live, then we'll have to go back and forth. Yeah, we'll have to go back and forth to see your comments. So if you do comment, thanks, awesome, we love it. We will get back to you as soon as we see it. This might take a little longer with Instagram than with the other two. Woo-hoo. So, Cora, what are we talking about today?
Hot treatment tools.
Hmm. Sorry, I just get really excited whenever we decide on a topic that I love.
I know, me too. Good
uh,
topic today.
yeah, it's a good topic. Trying to think. There are so many hot treatment tools. Why don't you like? What's your favorite? What's your least favorite?
Sure.
Okay, what's your favorite hot treatment tool, Cora?
Paraffin.
Right. Why do you love paraffin so much? Because we've had this conversation before.
Well, I just love it because, well, you got a stress ball at the end. I love the stress ball. And I love wax. I love the texture of wax and I love the sensation of just like feeling that warm wax in your hands. Um that's yeah. But I really like it because it's really good for areas like the shoulders or the IT band, the feet, the hands, things you can't really, where it's more difficult to really mold something like hydrocollator onto. And I love how deep the paraffin actually goes, and the fact that there are minerals in it, so it's also moisturizing. Lots of the time, it has that, it's a pampering tool, right? You get it in manicures, pedicures, and that's kind of where it goes. But I don't feel like lots of people realize that it can also be utilized in massage. And I just like every time I mention it, well, when I did mention it, when I did paraffin, I haven't done it in a long time, but when I did do paraffin, I'm like, oh, you can do that. Um, So, and then it just allows for that pliability, and you get to work. It's kind of like a hydroculator in the sense where you put it on for 20 minutes. It's a bit of an adventure. So there are downfalls to the paraffin because you got to prep the saran wrap, you got to prep the space.
Mm-hmm.
So it's messy. It is messy,
Hmm.
but
I have noticed how messy it can be.
so messy. um, but it just allows for everything to be so much more pliable after. Like my favorite place to put it is the IT band. I love it. And you can even, and because of its liquid state, you can paint it on very specifically. And then the saran wrap can be very general too. So yeah, I love paraffin. I'm excited for when we actually get a paraffin course going.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I think I have the first bits, like the theory stuff, ready for you.
Mhm.
We just need to get it approved,
Yeah.
and then you are welcome to do the practical course because they've got the theory part. We'll have the theory part done and ready
Yeah, I
for you.
have to, like, before I do that now, because like the insurance applications changed too. So before it was, if you had it in school, you could utilize it, but now you can't. So I have to go and take a paraffin course and a hot stone course.
Mm,
So
right.
that's kind of, it's got to find one. I haven't really found one that I'm like, oh yeah, I
There
want to take
really
one.
isn't one.
No.
No.
It's like I found one online. I'm like, I wonder if my organization is going to approve this one. But yeah, there's like,
Knowing your organization, I think probably.
They might. Yeah. I just have.
They're usually pretty good when you like go, hey, I want to take this thing. Like I've worked with you and I together have worked with them a lot, and they're very reasonable,
They are. Yeah.
right? And you are a very good discerning person. You'd be able to discern if it's going to be a decent thing or a crappy thing, and I think they trust that about you.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That is the one beautiful thing about your associations. They are very like personable. They have so many therapists, but they're so good at working with each individual one. Like, not that I'm going to say anything bad about any of the other ones, right? But I do love that about your association.
They're very, yeah, they're very easy to talk to too. Like they're
Yeah,
very, yeah. No,
they are very
I'm
nice.
really glad that I am with them for sure.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite one?
You know, if you'd have asked me that 6 months ago, I would have said the hot bamboo and rattan, but it's flipped and now it's hot stone.
Oh yeah.
You know what it like? I used to, and this is it's this whole story, but I used to hate hot stone because I hated having them in the water. I hated having to scoop them up, put them in cold if it were too hot, and burning my hands. Uh, and like I love what they did to the client. I hated having to handle them because they
Mm.
just never handled. For me, I didn't like the way that they handled in my hands. I didn't feel like I could get decent grip. I didn't feel like I could get the heat that they needed fast enough through the stones.
Okay.
And then, about 6 months ago, not even actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I got those in November. So close to 6 months ago, but not quite 6 months ago. I got a little case with stones that are a very particular shape, and the case heats them up. And you can choose the temperature that the case heats them up to, right? Very much like a very fancy crock pot. You can choose it, which I never ever had a fancy crock pot, so you just had to put it on high or medium or low or whatever and hope for the best. This one, it goes up by sixes, so it starts at 86, then 96, then 106, 16, all the way up to 146. I go to 106, and it is literally the perfect temperature. I can grab it, I can put it directly on their skin. There's no wait time. There's no cold water thing that you have to put them in. Um, they're not as moist of a heat, which is the only downfall to the case because you don't have the moist heat part like you would with paraffin,
Mm.
right? Or
Yeah.
that you do with the stones that are in the water. So it is a dry heat, but I'm used to working with dry heats, not the moist heats as much, right? The bamboo, which I use for freaking ever, that's a dry heat.
Fair. Yeah.
Right? So I don't know. I think I prefer the dry heats for working with. I prefer the moist heats for laying on.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, now I love them. I could do so much. They are shaped so that the flat or the bigger surface area is flat, and then it's rounded in the small surface area all around it. So I
Yeah.
can grip it and I can use it, and then there's these little edges that I can, yeah.
Winning.
Oh my god, I love them so much. And I got it from Timu.
Gotta love Timu, man. You never know what you're gonna get. It's like
You never know if it's going to be good or not. And this one, perfect.
winning.
Absolutely perfect. I know. So shout out to Timu, man.
There's
Who
some really
knew?
good wins at Timu, like for sure.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know. I've fallen in love with them. I literally, whenever I've got somebody who needs just that little extra push in an area, like they have really, really tense scar tissue or, right, and they can handle a good amount of pressure, hot stone.
Yeah.
It's like, please let me add hot stone. Please let me add hot stone.
Do you do static stones too, or are they more only mobile? Or
No, I'm almost always dynamic. I
yeah.
don't do static often. I've never been much of a static. You know what it is? I feel like I'm wasting their time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, like I'll do static stones sometimes. Like I have like I did anyways. I have like a giant stone like the size of my head, and I'll put it on the sacrum.
You know what? I'll do that at the end of the treatment.
Yeah, and then while they're doing that, well, or if we have nasty scar tissue, I'll just like place a small stone over top of like that levator insertion, and then just let it hang out for a little bit while I treat other areas, and then I'll come back.
Yeah, that makes sense. I actually really like that. I might incorporate a little bit more of that. I have a lady with this intense scar on her knee, and what we do is a hot towel.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right, we put the hot towel on for until it is no longer warm, and then we do the MFR.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. But yeah, no, I think that's my favorite. What about you? What's your least favorite hot? Wow,
Uh,
that was a reaction.
it's
Your
hard.
face was like, ugh.
I don't honestly. I would say my least favorite hot is probably a hydrocollator
Really?
because it's not moldable.
That
I
is
don't.
true.
It's just a big, like it's moldable to a point, but when it comes to putting it on smaller surface area, such as maybe the forearm or the shoulder, you have to worry about it falling around all over. You have to worry about it falling. You have to make sure it's secure. So I feel like that's just kind of the big downfall for the hydroculator. I currently at my workplace, that's what I have. But I feel like that's probably my least favorite. That or the towels, because the towels are just because of the laundry that comes with them. I don't, not that I'm doing laundry anymore, but I just feel like this is a lot of towels that I'm utilizing when, you know,
How
but
many towels do you use when you use the hot towels?
I'll have like 3 or 4
Yeah,
just to keep
that's
that
easy.
rotation going. Yeah. But I do like, because like I said, I can't really do well. I'm not doing paraffin currently, so I will utilize the towel sometimes for the IT band because the hydroculator to me is really annoying when it comes to the IT band. It's so annoying.
Unless they're on their side, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't, and it's just like okay, well, but yeah, that's probably my least favorite. Like I love the hydroculator. I like the smell of the hydroculator.
What is that about, right?
I know. It's just like I don't know what it's like. This is like I don't know why I like this smell, but it's like really comforting for me. And I don't know why. I don't know if maybe it like makes me think of like the hydro wings maybe. But one other actually when I said paraffin is my favorite, I actually feel like effusions are my hot effusions, not
I was
cold
like, I was
effusions.
like, cold diffusions suck.
They're the hot effusions. I know when I was in school, I haven't used them. I haven't had a facility to utilize them since I was
Yeah.
in school. But there was one where it was called the sacral bliscus. And you had the hot hose, you had the hot water, the effusion hose, and you kind of came in around the SI joint, you came in around glute max, all the
Mm.
glutes, up and down the erector spinae, traced the ribs, came all the way. And that was actually it's my favorite one. It was my favorite one to do. I would always be like, please, if we have a hydro, please sacral blitzkis, please sacral blitzkis. Um, and that's always actually been something that if I was ever to own a clinic, I
You
would
would add
have
that.
full on hydro wing with a drain where I could do the hot effusions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in a hot tub last night, and that's exactly. I went up to the jets, and I went all over my sacrum and all through my glutes.
It's amazing. And when you don't have to think about it and reposition yourself in the hot tub, like
Hmm.
it's amazing. I just remember, like,
Oh,
yeah, I think back so fondly of that sacral blitzkis. It's like, I wish I had a facility for it.
yeah.
Maybe one day.
We didn't do them. We didn't do the hot ones. We
I
only
know.
did the cold knee. Oh right, yeah, duh, you taught it. We
Yeah.
only did the cold knee effusions because we didn't have the facilities for anything bigger than that.
Mhm.
And I mean, the effusions are fantastic. Streaming water? Are you kidding? Yes, please.
But the cold sucks.
The cold does suck. I do love doing cold treatments, though. We'll have to do that. We'll have to talk about those, like the different ones.
See,
But
cold.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love cold treatments.
See, they're good on somebody else, but not. I dislike cold on me. Like actually, but I also don't react well to it either. So
Yeah, you never reacted well to cold treatments. You always get negative reactions.
yeah, I do.
Yeah. It's fun because when we go swimming on Fridays, the pool is a heated pool, but it's not like super heated or anything. So when you get in there, it is cold.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, ah, and then you spend your time and you sort of warm up in there, and then you jump in the hot tub after. And then after everything, I go in and I dip my feet back in the cold just to refresh myself and like wake myself up again. Because if I don't, I'll fall asleep on the drive home,
Fair enough.
and it's like a 5 minute drive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
See, for me, I sneak into the hot tub because my kids don't like it, so they'll go on the water slide, and I'll just sneak into the hot tub where I can see them on the water slide, and I can just be in the hot tub. But then I got to get back into the pool with an after, so it's
Yeah.
like a band-aid. I have to pep myself, pep talk. It's like a band-aid, quick like a band-aid, like a band-aid, and I just gotta jump in, and then I'm like, that's okay. But
I never do that. I can't jump in.
no, I
No,
just have
I have to walk in.
oh, if I walk in, I will not go in. I'll go.
If I
I'll go.
if I jump in, I'll jump right back out.
Oh, yeah. No, if it's slow like that, I'm like, oh, it'll take me an hour to actually get to my shoulders. But if I just jump in, it's like, okay, it's done. It's done.
That's so funny. That makes me laugh so much. Uh,
What's your least favorite?
this is it's a toss up. One of them I've never done, but I think it's my least favorite, just because of what it is. And the other one I have done, but I haven't done since school, so I'm not sure if it's my least favorite anymore.
Okay.
All right, so that one is the alternating hot towels.
Okay.
That fomentation, I don't like this. It's so much work.
Mm.
It's just so much work. It's too much work, and again, it's having to put your hands in hot water. I hate putting my hands in hot water. Oh my god. When I'm making towels at work, like I rarely ever make the towels at work, but if I'm making towels for the estheticians, and it has to be hot, right? And I hate it. My hands, they hate it so much. Um, if I'm making my own hot towels, I do them in lukewarm water and then I warm them up before I put them in the in the heater
That works.
because I don't want to do the hot on my hands.
Well, because the heater warms them up too, though, does it not?
Yeah, but if like when I do it with my clients, I don't prep them beforehand,
Oh, I see.
right? Because I don't want to waste towels.
Mm.
I don't want to make more laundry that for something that's not getting used. So I'll
Yeah.
ask them at the beginning of the treatment if they'd like them, and it takes me 3 minutes. You know, so they're heating up while I'm washing my hands and getting my lotion and stuff.
Fair enough.
So yeah, no, I don't pre-make them. Um, so yeah, they get hot and then I put them in the heater and they stay hot instead of trying to let them heat up over the time. Oof, don't like doing that. So there's that one, and honestly, it's not just the hot water; it's the work too. So for anybody who has not done alternating hot towels, you put a hot towel on, you put a dry towel on, you wait a little bit for the hot towel to cool. You take another hot towel out of the water, you wring it, you put it on, you flip, you take the old hot towel, put it back in the water, and you leave the dry towel on. You wait a little while, you take the old towel, you wring it, you put it on, you flip, and you do that for like, you can do that for 5 to 20 minutes. It's just so much work. And I feel like it's not worth the work. I don't feel like it's worth the work. Ugh.
Well, I feel like with that, though, like if you're using hot towels, The only thing that's different is the flipping.
Mm-hmm. Just using hot towels, love it.
So it's like the flipping, that tedious repetitiveness.
Focus. Every time I grab this,
Oh, it thinks your cup is your face. Oh, there we go. Oh, it just made a liar out of you. That's funny.
well, if I grab it again, it'll fuzz me out after I put it away.
That's funny.
The third time it's done that. It's so funny. Okay, I'll remember that for future treatment or for treatments. Oh, I can say I say that a lot. I'll remember that for future treatments, and then I write it in my notes so I remember it for future treatments. The other one is the hot cupping, like the fire cupping.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you and I have our thought process on cupping in and
Yeah.
of itself.
Yeah. See, I would never even, because fire cupping isn't even something I would really like think. Like when we were going through that, it was always thinking, like, what have we done? But I've never had fire cupping, so I can't actually give an opinion on that. Like,
Very
in all
true.
honesty, like I don't like the theory of it's confusing for me. But yeah, I would like I feel like that's something that maybe try, because I feel like with the fire cupping, I feel like it could be fairly beneficial just because that negative suction, like that negative suction would be increased significantly. And instead of us
Hmm.
pumping it, it's just the heat causing it, right?
Yeah,
But,
I just because of how much more it would pull, I feel like moving it would be so much more painful,
oh,
which
yeah.
means
Yep.
sitting it stagnant and then creating possible bruising, which I just don't agree with. Right?
I support that. Yep.
Yeah. I really have a hard time. My husband and I will actually get into arguments about this because he likes to play devil's advocate all the time. We'll talk about these, and I'll just be like, again, there's no research saying it's bad, but there's no research saying that it's beneficial. There's no research,
Yeah.
and when there's no research on something, and I know that underneath the surface, what's happening is little capillaries and arterioles are bursting and being torn apart, and the body has to repair them. Um, I know that they'll repair them with the normal, like where with the actual tissue because it's endothelial tissue, right? I get that, and I know the body's very good at doing that. I understand that too, which means that doing it once doesn't bother me, but doing it once every month for a year, how long before it's just creating scar tissue in that area?
Yeah.
That just, ooh.
Yeah. That's a thing. But that's with a lot of modalities too. Like even like Graston.
Which was Graston again? I always forget
Graston's that
Graston.
metal tool where you scrape.
Oh yeah.
Like okay, I mean, it's good for scar tissue, but again, if you're it's realigning it, but it's also creating more.
Yeah.
So that's not ever a
Yeah.
modality
I
I would,
don't know.
yeah, it's not a modality I would ever go for. I just don't like how it looks after. I've seen people with Grafton and it looks like they had a wipeout on their bike, like the whole strip, just like a big purple bruise wherever the tool was used, and it just looked horrible.
Mm,
Oh,
again,
they've
it's the bruising. Bruising. I don't agree with bruising. Mm-mm. I don't. I will never. I don't think agree with going so hard that you bruise someone.
no, I don't. Yeah, I've never had it done though. I have no interest in it at all. But I do know people who do it, and I know clients that love it. So
Yeah, and each to their own. Again, I'm not gonna tell anybody not to do something that works for them. I just am concerned over the lack of understanding, the lack of research
yeah,
behind the long term effects, not the
yeah,
short term, the long term effects.
and that's the thing, right? Like, yeah, okay, it feels good. It helps with this problem, but what's happening over here?
Mhm.
Yeah.
a magician. Um, I have a client actually who said that she went for a massage. It was quite a while ago, and they went so hard that she couldn't move right for a week, and there were bruises all up and down her spine on either side because of pain that she had in her. Well, I think we talked about this one. I think last week we brought this one up, or the week before. I can't remember. And she was like, "Yeah, and I mean, it hurt for 2 weeks, and I couldn't walk straight, but I've never had that pain ever again."
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I'm like, "That's fantastic." So in my head, they told the brain that, "Oh, you have that pain? Here, let me make it 100 times worse. And when you clear up this pain, this damage that I'm going to do to you, that other pain, even though the cause of it might still be there, you won't feel it anymore."
So overrode the system.
And I'm like, I don't know if that's wise either. Now, I don't know if that's actually what happened, but that's in my mind, and knowing as much as I do about physiology and the brain, maybe that's what's happening. That
Possibly, yeah.
bothers me.
That's the thing. You never know, right? Like playing devil's advocate on that too. It could have been one of those where it really got into the multifidi, the rotors, and the body was like, "What is happening right now?" And that chaos that comes with change could have just been an overdrive.
Oh yeah, it's quite possible. Yeah, 100%. But there are better ways to get into those muscles.
Oh, for sure, 100% there are. Yes,
Oof.
100%, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Active release is
Also,
really good to get into those ones.
yeah, I was gonna say, I find so many erector spinae issues. Like I'll get in between, say, spinalis and longissimus, and I will find that the longissimus origins are ropey.
Mm,
And I'm like, specifically in the thoracic region, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to dig into longissimus now because we've got ropey tendons. Ropey tendons means this guy's over lengthened. I don't want to dig into you because unfortunately that's going to make everything worse.
yeah.
Right? And if they're lengthened, then the transversal spinalis group are also going to be lengthened.
So in that situation, then do you go straight to the front, to the pecs and stuff in the diagram?
Yeah. I go straight to the front. I get them to do back exercises, things that are like Supermans and rows and things that are going to help, right, shorten those guys up a little bit, shore them up a little bit. And then after, a month or so of them doing that consistently, twice a week, 3 times a week, I go in and I go, okay, now we can start actually working on. If there's trigger points, I'll still treat them.
Mm-hmm.
Always treat a trigger point, right? Regardless of if it's lengthened or shortened muscle, I'll treat a trigger point because sometimes that's just where the pain is coming from. But that's where I love heat because you can put heat on a lengthened muscle and it's not going to stretch the muscle. It's
Right.
just going to soften the muscle. Right? It's going to let it give up a little bit of its load.
I
Makes
know.
the
I love
tendons happy too.
Heat's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Actually, I love it so much.
Oh,
It's my
I've been
favorite part of home
trying
care too. It's a nice warm bath.
nice warm bath or a good hot shower.
Yeah, I love being able to tell people that it's like massage therapist orders.
We have these little pads at work. They're little writing pads, but it's a spa scription pad.
Okay, that's fun.
So I get to use those to write some things like do this, do that. Like, here you go. It's your spa scription.
That's so fun. I love that so much.
Hmm. Yeah, makes me happy. But you don't work at a spa, so you can't use a spa scripture pad.
No, but they have actually an online portal where you can go through and click the exercises that you want clients to do and then email them out.
Oh, I love that.
So that's really fun. It's like, ooh, I could go through them and get ideas. It's like, oh yeah, this would be really good for this person next time.
That is, I would love to make an app for that.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so nice. It's handy. I don't use it all the time, like with every client, but the ones where I have a lot of homework for them, like here you go, some homework.
Yeah, you need this.
It's a little bit different than what I showed you, but
one of my regular clients has become less regular because we finally we got to the root and we got her hips aligned, and now she only comes every few months, and I'm like, I miss you. But we got what she wanted to have done, and now she is full out, just comes when she wants to, comes when she needs a massage because she does her home care.
so
And
bittersweet.
it's super bittersweet. I mean, I know that our job is to make it so they don't really need us anymore. I know that. But when it happens, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, that is. It's like I got used to seeing you every week, or like every 2 weeks, or yeah.
Yeah, for the first little while, she was coming to me every week, and then we got a lot of it down to maintenance, and then it was every 2 to 3 weeks. Then it was every month once we got her hips aligned, and then it's like, yeah, that's okay. I know I'll see her again, in probably a week. It's been about that long. See her again in probably about a week. It makes me sad though. But I mean, it makes me happy, super happy, super sad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always one of
Power
those.
of active release techniques.
I love active release.
Have we done an ART chat yet?
I don't think so. Like maybe like
Either.
we've talked about it. Like I know we have talked about it a little bit with the techniques. I think when you're talking about our favorite
Yeah, you're
techniques,
right.
and then we were talking about it. We were talking about it, but I don't think we have a podcast specifically designated to it.
Hmm. Well, if we don't end up finding a guest for next week, or do we have somebody? Have you talked to Allison?
Oh, I've not talked to Allison. No,
Oh,
I
okay.
have
Well, maybe
not
we'll do that
touched
next
base
week.
with her. I did talk to Bernadette. She's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
let me know what her schedule looks like.
Cool. Yeah.
Um,
We may have to do some Sundays or some Mondays here and there instead of a Saturday one, which is fine to help with people's schedules.
yeah,
Mhm. I don't think anybody will be upset.
probably not. But since you're talking so much about cupping,
Oh, yeah.
I feel like maybe I want to just throw it out there that in April, we are actually going to be hosting 2 cupping courses, cupping one on April 18th and one on April 19th. And they're going to be here in Saskatoon at Axiom Career College. So if you want to get a cupping course underneath your belt, if you're interested in cupping, this would be a great opportunity to get level 1. It's the only time it's going to be offered this year. The
Mhm.
next cupping course after these 2 will be cupping 2. So if you want to do cupping 2 with us, it might not be a bad idea to get in either on the 18th or the 19th. Early bird pricing is on. But yeah, just throwing that out there.
I'm actually going to throw up the poster.
Yeah, here we go.
So here is our course schedule, you guys. If you want to come in, we've got the silicone myofascial cupping here, like she was talking about, the 18th and 9th of April, and then we're doing cupping 2 in July. And we do have an early bird registration of $500. So if you want to get in for a lesser price, this is the time to do it. Right? The early bird goes until about a month before the dates. For the April one, I think we put it 2 weeks because it was a little too close. But the July one is in June, so get in before June to get the early bird pricing. And then May, September, we're doing the treatment specialist for adhesive capsulitis, and that'll be a certificate of specialization. And then myofascial pain will be in November. November. Again, early bird pricing for those. Those are 2-day courses, not 1-day courses. 2-day courses. So yeah, get yourselves in. We do have as well on the website. Oh, right, sorry. To sign up, go to the website info@cnclh.com, and right on that very first page, you can scroll down on the home page. You can scroll to our events calendar. Yes, I could show that. You can scroll down to the events calendar, and let me show you what it looks like. Mm-hmm. No, that's not what I want. Replace this. There we go. On our homepage, you can scroll yourself down to the upcoming events, and you'll see this past Monday we did a shoulder anatomy review. This coming Tuesday, we're doing the essential oils blending workshop, which is a live workshop. And then in April, we've got the hip anatomy review. Again, this is a live on Google Meet. And the cupping stuff, blending workshop again. So at the end of every month, we're basically doing a blending workshop for anybody who wants to join. All right. So you can come into any of these guys. Say you wanted to get into the silicone myofascial cupping one, you're going to click on that. It has the information for you here with the early bird pricing. And go ahead and click the sign up here. And there it is, cupping one. You can sign up using the form. And you put in your date that you want to do that. If you are not a member yet, I would suggest getting one of the memberships. But if you are not a member, you can go non-member here. And there you go. Yeah, and if you haven't read the terms of service and all that kind of fun stuff, they are right here. Terms of service, privacy policy, and refund policy, right at the bottom. All right.
Exciting!
Fantastic. Very, very exciting. We're excited for these ones. We always love these ones. So,
and I'm really excited to actually be hosting the live seminars. Sorry, my phone. I'll be right back.
That's okay. We actually got to go anyway because I got to start getting ready for work. So,
I'll be right back.
That is so funny. Well, while she is running away to grab her ringing phone, I'm actually surprised mine didn't go off today. We're gonna say goodbye and thank you so much for joining us. And we always enjoy doing these. Honestly, they're quite fun. If you're watching this later, please leave us a comment, ask us some questions, hang out with us a little bit, and yeah. Do you have anything to add, Cora?
No, just sorry for my phone. Batman's bad luck for me. So I watched the Lego video, the Lego movie too. And there's that, I'm just not into Gotham City guys because she likes Superman. And I was like, this might not be a bad luck song. So that's my ringtone now.
We'll see. We'll see. Just don't let it ring in your car.
I know, right?
We will tell you about that on another video. For now, however, thank you for joining us, and we will see you